Alright everyone, and welcome to another week of League Racing Highlights, and once again just two races this week. I do think Apollo is back for next week though, but yeah, the timestamps for these two races are in the description below. But the first one then, Formula Xbox Season 7 Round 2 I guess. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix, and even though we have technically done two races so far, they were both at the same track and I'll see only one of them counted for full points, so yeah, I guess this does still kind of count as the second round of the season then. And here's the Bahrain Grand Prix, and yeah, last season we didn't do too great here. We sort of had an incident on the first lap which sort of set us back for most of it, and I do think that time it was a pretty decent recovery from us. We did get some good points I think from that one. We sort of maintained the championship lead at that point, but yeah, obviously just this track isn't really one of my strongest ones, and yeah, it's quite tough on the tyres actually as well. Like the two stop is doable, but it's very difficult to do so, and like still be competitive, like especially if you qualify on the super soft tyres, which most people will be doing. So it'll be quite interesting to see, you know, how people fare in sort of the early part of the race. So yeah, out of the final corner then, we are provisionally 8th at this point. The checkered flag is out, and we are on an improved lap here. We cross the line and we stay 8th actually. So yeah, Galvanic Gamer took pole position then, and it's the two runners actually second and third on the grid. I think Azar had a qualifying ban because he didn't show his qualifying lap from Australia. So yeah, he is down at the back of the field. Love to see if he can come through from there. And strategy suggesting to us either a 3 or a 4 stop. Now the 2 stop, whilst it is fairly challenging here, it's still doable for pretty much everyone, I would say. So that is not very encouraging. They're either suggesting 3 or 4 stops, but yeah, we'll try and do the 2 stop then, as the light's coming on now. And away we go, and nor the Dragon there has either jumped the start or had a massive lag start, and Mighty Midget has lost it already then. Just because the car's once again just been released at different times for everyone it seems. Into turn 1 we've been hit from behind by I think Drastic Devil. That knocked us into K Gibbs and spun us round there. And we're down to 19th place already then on the super soft tyres that we qualified on. So that is a terrible start for us then. And yeah, into turn 4 it looks like there's been another incident up ahead somewhere, and Clayton Liam has spun out there. And we've got an illegal overtake on him, because that makes sense, you know, when someone's pointing the wrong way. And Drastic Midget's slowing down as well. I don't know if he had the same thing or something, but yeah, that penalty now, obviously, well, the hand position back thing disappears. I mean, I would have sort of contested the penalty anyway, so yeah, it doesn't really matter too much then. As into turn 10 now then, and Kimmy the Iceman and has gone into the back of Sir Lane there and spun them both. So that is another 2 places for us there. And yeah, on to the end of the lap then, the Mighty Midget pits. Don't know if he had a jump start or if he had damage or something, but yeah, he's in. Clayton Liam is now trying to pass it into turn 1, and he's through on the inside, and through he goes into 12th position then. So I can't remember if he qualified in the top 10 or not, but obviously this isn't good for us down amongst people who probably are on fresher tyres then. And you know, obviously that spin probably didn't help our tyre wear at all. So yeah, we're now down then to 13th position, but still over the back of the Haas here, so maybe we can get it back somewhere, but it doesn't look like it for the time being anyway, as we're still following pretty close behind him then. And actually through turn 11 he loses the back end there, and I had to take avoiding action, and yeah, had to run across the gravel. It was sort of like a split second decision there to sort of go one way or the other, because I wasn't sure if he was going to spin back across the track or not. So that lost us a few seconds there, and now we've got S-Pero 68 passing us on what will be fresh soft tyres there, and he's thrown into 12th position. So this is what I'm saying really, like we're already on the used super soft tyres, and now we've got people, we've been sort of knocked back towards people who start on fresh tyres and what would be in theory the slower tyres, but obviously because they were fresher ones they're now quicker. So yeah, that being hit at the start has really sort of hurt our race here so badly, and yeah, it's going to be tough to recover a good result from this one then, as we've got someone in the pits already there. I'm not sure who that was, but we've got DRS on Perez once again though, so we're going to try and get him back into turn 1 and see if we can pull away if possible. But tyres are getting pretty worn at this point, so it may not be possible unfortunately, as Perez is now going to come back at us then, and we'll see if we can stay ahead into turn 4, and it looks like we are just about going to be able to do that for the time being then. And yeah, we're up into 11th place at this point, and yeah, I don't think he's going to come back with us into the hairpin, is he? No, he is not. So yeah, it looks like we have got this one for now then, and he looks like he actually dropped back a little bit there, but then into turn 11 we actually lock up, touch the curb slightly, turn 10 sorry, and yeah, run wide, and that allows him to get back onto the back of us there. And yeah, turn 10, one of my least favourite corners probably ever, and yeah, sort of claiming us again there, and he's back through past us then, and we'll see if we can cut back on him here then and try and go around the outside in turn 12. That's exactly what we're going to do actually, and going to be on the outside again for turn 13, but no, he doesn't. He manages to cover that one then, and just about to stay ahead. But we have now got a good run then towards the final corner, and again alongside him then, we had the slipstream. Now we're on the inside, braking around about the same time there, but I managed to get through on the inside, and I did manage to get DRS from that one, so we sort of are using it now to defend the position, and yeah, trying to break the slipstream here then, see if we can sort of stop him from lunging at us in turn 1. Looks like we've just been able to do that, but we didn't have the best line through the first few corners though, so that may come back to bite us there. But yeah, we do manage to stay ahead of him then until we pit in at the end of that lap, and we do come in then for our stop now, which will be for the soft tyres, and yeah, it should be able to hopefully carry these through for long enough to then go on to mediums after that, and get this one done in just 2 pit stops, because really you don't want to do 3 stops here, even though like you do get quite a lot of tyre wear doing a 2-stop round here. Like, it's just never seems to be more of a benefit to do 3. So now the pits become in 17th position, and yeah, we do actually gain quite a few places once people have pitted, but yeah, still outside of the points unfortunately. Now we've got Elusive Curve who started on soft tyres, went over to another set now, and yeah, he's passed and sent into turn 1, so that bumps us back down to 12th then, and yeah, this one really not going to plan for us at this point then, as he's through then and into 11th position for the time being. And yeah, not a lot happening after that then, some more pit stops. Yeah, I think Mighty Midget came in before us, and that allowed us to get up into 10th place there. And yeah, we now pit them for our final stop onto the medium tyres, and yeah, we managed to get 11 laps in at the soft, so we should be able to do 13 on the mediums then, and we're going to exit the pits then behind K Gibbs, who is on the same tyres then as us, so it should be a straight battle between us then until the end of the race then, I would have thought. And yeah, we're out then in 14th position. We'll see how many positions we gain from people pitting. As we see up ahead there, Elusive Go actually rejoins the pits, out of the pits then in front of us on the super soft tyres then with 9 laps to go, so that is a bit of a gamble. He's probably going to pull away from us quite a bit at this point, but well, we don't know if his tyres are actually going to make it to the end here then. Obviously K Gibbs noticing that and trying to go on the attack there to stop him from getting away, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be possible really with those fresher tyres. As on to lap 23 now then, we've got DRS on K Gibbs. He went defensive, but really DRS quite powerful here, and all that did was sort of just give us the racing line there, and we're through and into the points finally with no more pit stops to make. So yeah, we've got that going for us now then, as I think my Midget may have just pitted for the super soft tyres, I'm not sure. That may just be about to happen actually, as Vapiq actually gets overtaken there up ahead by Elusive Co as well, as we get a bit out of shape there, and that allowed Kagis to close back up to us a little bit again, as that battle is still on up ahead there. It looks like between Vapid and Kev, as now Kagis is diving up our inside into the hairpin. Looks like we've just about got the better line there to stay ahead coming out of the corner, and yeah, we maintain the position then. I think my Midget has now pitted for the super soft tyres, so we're going to have to watch out of him coming back through at some point. As we only got 3 laps to go then, we're now equivalent to the back of Vapid Coupe, And yeah, we're at the inside then. Not sure how old his soft tyres are at this point, but looking like we are quicker though, so I imagine they're quite old. And yeah, he just about stayed ahead. We've got the inside line over for turn 4, but we couldn't actually outbrake him there, so gonna have to sit behind for the time being then, and see if we can get him somewhere else then, as it does look like we are quite a bit quicker, so we could do with getting past him here quite soon. As yeah, I thought about having a look into the hairpin, but that wasn't going to work. Didn't really have the confidence on the brakes into some of these corners, so didn't really work out there. As onto the final corner then of that lap, and we nearly lock up and we're into the back of him there. And yeah, we do have a good run though now, and we will have DRS, so I think that we should have this one done pretty comfortably then. We may have to watch out for K-Gibbs as well there, because he's also got DRS, but doesn't seem to have really helped him too much there. As we're at the inside of Apicute then, who's trying to fight back on the brakes, but we stay ahead, and it's quite a battle here then for the final few points. Someone's going to lose out, and in fact it looks like it's going to be K-Gibbs, because he's just spun out there. Not really sure what happened, but yeah, once the final lap then, looks like elusive Kev's gamble has not paid off, because he is now falling back towards us on those very old super soft tyres. We're through then into 7th place, but we've also got Mighty Midget all over the back of us then on fresher super softs, and we're past Kev then, but Midget is somewhere alongside us now. Then he's just appeared out of nowhere. He's going to drive round or outside then in the hairpin. So yeah, that has worked out for him there. Then he's up into 7th position, and there's no chance of fighting back there. So we do cross line in 8th position, and yeah, rather disappointing result then. And I do think that once after that first lap spin, there was just no coming back from that really for us. Obviously with our strategy. So yeah, our teammate came through them from 16th on the grid to win, so well done to him for that one. Luke was in 2nd, and Nor the Dragon was in 3rd after Galvanic Gamer had a few penalties from pole position. In the championship then, I imagine we've lost a few places there. And yeah, that is it then for this week's Former Xbox. Moving on then to the second and final race for today, it is the F1 League Season 5 Round 8 of the season. It is the European Grand Prix at the Baku City Circuit. And yeah, probably one of my least favourite tracks on the calendar then, even though we did manage to pick up that win in Apollo not that long ago. But yeah, this is one of those tracks that I just don't think I'm ever really going to fully get along with. And yeah, we'll just have to see how we do here then, and just try and keep it out the wall, I guess, and hope that we end up somewhere near the front, because that's pretty much all that happened in Apollo really. And yeah, it's a shame that we're coming up to this one now then, when we were just sort of getting a bit back into our groove really in the last couple of races, picking up the win in Monaco, and then last time out in Canada finishing in 4th position, and that allowed us to get back up into I think the top 6 in the championship. So a bit of a shame that we're coming to this one now then, just as we were trying to get back into some form, but we'll see how it goes. And at least there are some good tracks coming up after this one for me. Austria, Silverstone and Hungary are all tracks that I do enjoy on this game, so yeah, hopefully we can get some good points from all these ones coming up, and then I'm actually missing a couple after that, so yeah, I could really do with getting as many points as possible during these next few rounds. As yeah, we're coming to the end of our lap then. We've improved on it by nearly 2 seconds, so that just goes to show how terrible I can be around this track at times. But yeah, we're coming towards the end then. It's long, pretty much flat out final sector then, and to the line it's a 141 from Azar on the soft tyres, and we've only done a 42 on super soft, so yeah, that puts us down in 11th place on the grid then, with Cyril Verlon actually taking pole position and on super soft tyres. Seems like a few people went for that choice near the end then, even though sort of the two main championship contenders there, Azar and Luke, went for the soft tyres. No Maestro unfortunately this week, he's away on holiday, so yeah, it's just up to us then I guess for the Haas team. And strategy was suggesting a one stop to us, a super soft to medium. I do think that, well, certainly went into this thinking that it would be possible to do soft tyres and then super soft tyres and do a one stop, so we're going to try and do that then. Lots coming on now, and away we go in Baku. And here's a pretty decent start I think from us there, passing Jordan Gibbs off the line. We're on the outside there, and he looks like he's outbraked us there, and we've sort of been hung out to dry there a little bit on the outside. and yeah, we're back down to 11th place then for the time being. This is all getting very tight there into turn 2, and we get squeezed out actually by Jordan Gibbs, and that's probably going to allow a few people behind us to close up. We've got Lexbox 1 right alongside us there, so we're going to have to try and stay ahead of him there as in towards turn 3, and looks like he's managed to outbrake us. And yeah, we're down to 12th position. We've got Terranova looking at us as well there, and looks like we've just about managed to hold on to the position then for the time being. Then as we skip to later on in the lap, then there's yellow flags, and it's Jack Sparr there who's spun off in probably the worst place possible for him, and that puts us back up to 11th place then. As on to lap 2 then, we see up ahead 3 wide between Jordan Gibbs, Pepsi and Lexbox, and Jordan Gibbs looks like didn't give the other team much space there, and sadly for Pepsi he is out of the race. So yeah, we actually went deep into turn 2 there, distracted a little bit by that, and that's now allowed James to close right up to us then, and towards turn 3, and I just have no idea where to brake for that corner. I either seem to outbrake myself or brake about a million miles too early, but yeah, James is through then and into 9th position. And yeah, we did manage to just about stay within DRS range of him then, so he was towing us along a little bit. And into turn 3, well, point proven right there, I outbrake myself and ran into the back of him and damaged my front wing. So yeah, that's really hurt us then, because we were hoping to go past half distance in this race, and yeah, I tried to do a lap on with that damage, but I quickly realised that was not going to work out. Yeah, so I had to pit at this point, and yeah, I wasn't pretty sure if mediums would go to the end, and even so I felt that mediums would probably be too slow around here, so I went with the super soft tyres for the time being, just to see what happened. Maybe do 2 super soft stints in this one to try and get to the end of the race, but we'll have to see what happens then as we rejoin outside the points then in 11th position for the time being. And yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. And we do gain some places from people pitting, and we get ourselves up into 8th place, closing up to the back of CK now then, who was on the medium tyres, probably going to the end from there. Into turn 3, and we tag the inside wall following him there, and that spins us out. And we don't get any damage though, but yeah, I was quickly sort of realising that the super soft tyres really weren't working, and the medium tyres were holding up alright, and people were getting some good lap time out of them. Because I was thinking that it'd be like Russia, where the medium tyres are just too slow to use, but that apparently is not the case, and they actually are alright to use around here. So yeah, we do manage to get the place back there from Jordan Gibbs as he makes a mistake in that chicane. We almost outbrake ourselves there into that right-hander, and that allows him to get alongside, but he smartly backs out of it through this section, and we are back into the points then. And we do pit then at the end of that lap to go onto the medium tyres until the end of the race. And yeah, just sort of hoping for a safety car at this point then to try and allow us to close back up, because we've lost so much time in this race from incidents and making pit stops that we didn't want to make. And yeah, we're just going to have to hope now that these medium tyres take us to the end with some decent pace, and you know, maybe a safety car allows us to close back up a little bit, because yeah, we're a long way off at this point. As on lap 13 then, we've got Terranova now in the pit lane onto the soft tyres, so that's interesting. But yeah, we're up into the points then, and then into turn 2 we outbrake ourselves, and we go into the wall there. Trying to do the reverse trick, I don't even know if that works anymore, but you just sort of quickly spin it back around. But yeah, we then did damage off front wing again. So yeah, and yeah, we've now got another pit stop then. We didn't have any more tyres because we went softer. Well done, Sam. And yeah, we just had super soft tyres then to work with, so we're just going to see if we can carry these through to the end, if that is at all possible, and maybe hope for a safety car that allows us to put another cell on at some point. But yeah, we do get rewarded then for our persistence in this one, because Sierra Berline crashed out the race, and that gets us up into the points. So as long as we don't crash out, we're going to get score points from this one. Now lap 20 we were trying, but yeah, we crashed at the castle section and get a puncture, and yeah, that really stuffed any chances we had of catching up. And as you see, we were well over a lap down by the end of the race. Bit annoyed actually that no safety cars came out in this one, given the amount of incidents there were. There was like one virtual safety car I think during the race, and we crossed the line the lap down in 10th position, but at least we score a point for our troubles. And yeah, it was Azar who took the win then, from Casey in 2nd and James in 3rd position. And yeah, I think the championship standings should be on the screen right now. And yeah, a very disappointing race for us then. If you did enjoy this week of highlights, so leave a like on the video and let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.